video today. If you don't already know me, my name is Lisa and I'm an intuitive reader and an intuitive channel. Today is a channeled message based on the 22222 portal. The main thing of this, or the main theme of this, is parts of it was like moral ambiguity, and also the question of who do you think you're serving, or what do you think you're serving. So I've been getting a series of downloads and a series of spirit trying to show me the number 22. So this number's been quite significant for me for a long time, and this was sort of like exploring or very much touching on who am I, and who am I based on what the ego mind or the ego's fragmented perspective or very small perspective can see of me. Which one am I sort of aligning with, or which one am I acting from, or basing my actions on. So I had a very strong download very recently actually, and it was, I felt like I needed to call upon this energy that is always there, and I feel like it's divine running through each of us. But from what came through, I understood how small the ego's perspective is based on programming, based on past programming, and how powerful and how much our higher selves, not based on the moral self, which I'll get into, but how powerful this self is that is fully serving the divine. And this energy, when I was actually in meditation, this energy actually scared my ego, because at first I was feeling very confident, you know, like, okay, I call this energy forward. And when I felt this energy coming forward, this aspect of who I was, it was me, this full integrated version of me was scaring my ego. My ego was literally running into like a corner and hiding, like, I don't know if that's like a cartoon reference, but yeah, like running into, in my head I'm seeing it like a cartoon, like running into a corner and hiding, like what the hell, and really trying to take control but not being able to take control. But so yeah, so which version, which aspects of you are you serving? Are you the ego, the aspects of you that can only see a small fragment of things, or the fragmented version of things, or the self that is able to see all, able to be in the now? I really want to really point out here, I'm not saying the higher self and ego as in the higher self, the most ideal self, the aspect of us that, you know, wants us to be on time for everything and be, which is really good, you know, like waking up early, all them things are good, eating well, all these things are amazing for us, and I'm not putting this down at all. It's just that this self is not so much a projection of the ego. It is very much, it's very hard to explain, like very much in the now moment, and very much not limited by our ego's projection on things, or our ego's need to control things. I really wanted to point that out, because this is not about destroying the ego. It is more so the ego being aware of both aspects, and I believe that the best way to do this is through meditation and connecting to this aspect of self that isn't of the mind. So it's usually a mental projection of self that most of us are living by, and this can be really limiting for us if you are in this. It can take you into cycles and etc. It's very, yeah. So a great example of this like moral ambiguity, if you like, not knowing if what you're doing is right and wrong, or not knowing who you're serving, what you're serving, is the Joker and Batman, and the relationship between them. So the Joker basically triggers the Batman to see things that he is not seeing. So I feel like Batman's conflict within him of who or what is he serving, really. The Joker really illuminates that through triggering him and through being the villain or the adversary in this. I really love this relationship because it really shines light on, you could be thinking that you're doing the right thing and really feeling inside, you know, you're trying to do the right thing, you're living by the rules, and actually you're serving a purpose that wouldn't be of your purpose, that wouldn't be of your, like, you wouldn't want this. The Joker is trying to show how corrupt the system actually is, and the system that he is serving is, and fighting for, you know, fighting against crime in the streets, actually more poisonous and more damaging than the thing that he is fighting against. So this can really bring us into, you know, the story of Lilith and Adam and Eve also. So in Jewish folklore, Lilith was the first wife of Adam, I believe, and she wouldn't submit to him, lie down for him sexually. And she dared to say God's name because she believed that she was equal to Adam and didn't need to submit to him in order for them to unite, unionize, or be in union. So Lilith, you know, you can look up the story of Lilith, that would be quite long to go into and I don't really have much time, but she is basically sort of like the dark feminine. You know, there's polarities to this, but she can be seen as someone who stood up for what she believed was correct and was a demonized and rejected aspect of society, or a rejected aspect of self, and she was rejected and banished from the Garden of Eden, and then Eve was took her place as Adam's rib, or right hand or left hand or whatever. And you know, this can be explained in so many different ways, but I really feel like bringing this and drawing this back to self, and, you know, are you serving ego, solely serving ego? I'm not saying like completely diminishing ego, your ego's perspective. It's more understanding its limited view and also connecting to that self, that aspect of us that is deeply rooted and is connected to the divine and is not fragmented, and is not when I say not fragmented, is not limited by our ego's perspective of things. So yeah, which version of us are we going to serve? And this is a very different, this is like easier to speak and easier to, you know, to preach than to do, because when you're serving ego, it feels, you know, temporarily good because it's like instant gratification, or like only short-term delayed gratification, usually for the ego. And it's, even though it keeps you in cycles and a limited view, it can feel comfortable, irritating and frustrating, but comfortable. And the divine, sometimes when you are aligned with the divine intention, your divine higher self, again, not the moral ideal self, the higher self, sometimes it doesn't make sense to the ego. Sometimes the things that you need to do don't make sense to the ego, and sometimes it's, you know, the ego will question it and limit it. So this aspect of self, I believe, comes out, it tries to come out in us, in, you know, day-to-day life, but we have been, I believe that the ego has been programmed, and we've been programmed from a young age, and conditioned from a young age to see things a certain way and to believe things, and through life and through our own experiences, this can also be reinforced. So I think that it's a very important practice. Based off this download that I got, and, you know, the completion of these downloads, I do believe it's an important practice to really get in touch with, through meditation or through whatever, you know, means that you find that you are experiencing this self that is not hindered by the ego's perspective. I think that this will assist us in being able to live in alignment and in our purpose, and without those limitations that we are, and without those limitations that we are constantly putting ourselves under. I hope that this message serves you, of course. Sorry, phone call. So so I offer personal readings also, and I if you would like to book a reading, then I am available on Instagram. So yeah, that was the end of everything. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. Happy 22222 portal, 22222 portal. Yeah, completion 10. So a lot of things coming to completion as well, a lot of alignments, and I hope that this message serves you. So have a lovely day and lovely night. Bye bye.